Okay, well that was the end of our presentation. Thank you to all the countries that applied to bid the next Interota. So the next part of our program is going to involve a panel question and answer period. So if I can kindly ask the bid leaders to come up on stage. You guys did an amazing job representing your country. Can we have a round of applause? Okay, so the way the question and answer is going to work, we have a microphone over there, you guys. Does everybody see that microphone? So if you have a question, please line up where the microphone is. And you may ask, you may have a question that you want each of the countries to answer, or you may have a country-specific question. So both of those are allowed. So at this time, we kindly ask all the delegates here, if you have a question, please proceed to the microphone and we'll take your questions. Well, you can ask one question at a time, but if you can package it in a way that I think you're going to. But if we have more time at the end, then you may come again if it's more complicated. Okay.
How much are they going to cost if they already have the cost? When is it going to be the dates that you are planning to do it? And how many cities?
So cost, date, and the number of cities, right? So we'll start with Costa Rica.
Okay, so it will be less than $700 for an all-inclusive program, so you pay once and you don't have to think about eating or transportation or anything like that. We are not going to talk about cities because we're not going to visit cities. We're going to visit 2 beaches, 1 volcano, and we're going to go whitewater rafting as a team leadership activity. February.
So for Germany and the Netherlands, the price is between $350 and $600, depending on your budget and your accommodation type of choose. And we're going to be hosted in 2 cities, in Cologne and in Utrecht, and we're going to do a day excursion to Amsterdam, which will be our 3rd city. The Interota will take place between in mid of September or end of September 2017.
So our Interota won't be any more than $90 a day, including everything, and it will be in one city. But you have to understand, Victoria is bigger than a lot of countries, so you will experience a lot. There's a lot to see and do, but you will have pre and post tours in Australia. And the 3rd question, time. So the time we're looking at is the same time as quite a few good events in Melbourne. So we have the Grand Prix in Melbourne. We also have a big festival in Melbourne, so we're looking at hosting it around that time. It's good weather as well, so it's looking early in the year. Yeah, so sort of at the start of the year. We don't have exact dates, obviously, because it's 3 years away, but it will be around March, sort of, is what we're thinking.
Which is summer in Australia.
So we will be hosting somewhere at the same time between July and August. So this is where we will be hosting it. And the registration slabs, in case we are going to be winning the bid today and there are going to be spot registrations, we can even extend it to the level of another 20 days more with a $300 registration slab. If it's going to be, it's going to be a confirmation today, and then if it's not going to be, then it's going to be the first slab will be 300 rupees on spot after we win the bid. Second slab 450 till September 30th, 2014, and third slab will be 500 till 31st December 2014. Fourth slab will be 550. There will be a 50 rupees in the $50 increase on every 6 months. And in the last year, because it's going to be all internal flight travel, we are not going to be taking you by any buses or anything of the sort. It's going to be complete flight travel. So, in case if it's not going to be done for the 2 years, and then it's going to be only on the third year, the final times when you're going to be giving it to us, then it's going to be like $999. So otherwise than that, it's not going to cost you more than $650 overall, and your flight tickets are also not going to cost you more, and no visa problem.
So for Interota Taipei, the registration fee for road directors, there will be 2 batches. The first batch will start in around December in 2012, and it will last. Sorry. and it's gonna last for a year. So the first batch is going to be lasting for a year, and then it's about $400 US. And for the second batch is $500 US, and it's for the all-in-one package, including the 5-star hotels, and the transportation, food and drinks, and yeah, all of that. And the date will be around September 2nd to September 8th. Yeah. So the plane ticket will be cheaper then. So, and the city won't be too crowded then.
Great.
Oh, and Interota Taipei will be held in 2 cities in Taipei, both Taiwan and Ilan. Taipei and Ilan. So Taipei is like a city, and Ilan is more like a countryside. So you can enjoy like 2 lifestyles in Taiwan.
Number 1, we were asking questions. Can you speak into the microphone so we can hear you up here? It's a little difficult. And also, guys, if I can kindly ask you to practice a little bit of silence when our bid leaders are speaking here, so everyone can hear the answers to questions. That's important in the decision. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
What's the weather like in September?
秋天
So September, September is still like summer, but it's not that hot and humid. I know that some of you might be thinking that maybe too humid around summer in Taiwan, but September the weather is kind of it's getting cooler, so yeah, it's pretty nice.
机车，马上就做这个照片，应该是欧里。
Next question. Hi, so this question is for India. So I noticed that on the agenda there are flights to India as well. Is that included in the cost of the...
Yeah, there are going to be 6 destinations where you will be arriving at the airport, and once you're going to arrive at the airport, there is going to be a dedicated road tractor who is going to be assigned to you to take care of you for the whole trip. And every internal travel, including your buses, your flights, everything is completely taken care of this. So it's like we have AirAsia, which is leading flight service, which is in Asia now, and they are in my place also now. And one of the top guys on that company is a road tractor, it's a PDRR. So he has already given a promise to go ahead with the complete internal travel will be sponsored by AirAsia for us. So it's all done.
Great, thank you.
Hello. So for the countries that they're not very English speaking, they're predominantly just not English, how do you see the delegates getting around the language barrier? Not so much during the conference, but when you go out and explore the city. So we have delegates from 38 countries here, but English is the language of the conference, and we're all able to easily get around. How do you see this? Just one more to package it with. For India, if you could clarify, when you were introduced, it was said that your chair for the conference is a Rotarian and not a Rotaractor. And again for India, with all the detailed itinerary published, there doesn't seem to be much time located for plenary sessions. It does sound like a lot of fun, but it seems like there's only a couple of actual plenary sessions. Also, is that you need your other designer or maybe my part?
Okay, so we wanted to know, since the chairman is a Rotarian, Paul, since Mr. Chairman.
No, is that a rule that the rotating should be a chairman? So is that something? Yeah, of course. It's not a problem because we are so
But is the chairman Rotarian?
no, is there a rule that the chairman should be a Rotarian? No.
No. I think that may have been my error.
That's what I was just asking.
Yeah, it's a Rotaract. You're a Rotaract.
I'm going to be the proposed chairman for the Central in India. So yeah, that should be there. And the language part of it, yeah, we were ruled by the British and we are very good at our English, so we will be able to we will be able to assist you with that. And when you're going around also, you're going to be having road tractors who are going to be with you because in Baghdad, India, road track is a religion and road track is a brand. So don't worry about that. And with regards to plenary sessions, so every day, wherever we are going to be going, and like from the time you're going to be entering to Delhi, if you have seen the agenda very clearly, you will have an inauguration at the one of the it's called Vigyan Bhavan, which is where we are trying to get the President of India to be doing it since it's going to be the 50th year. So we are having it in Delhi. So there again you'll have a keynote speaker and it will be a proper formal session that will be happening for the first day. And then the second day when you move on, then you're going to be going to Agra. And in Agra you're going to be visiting the Taj Mahal in the evening.
That was incredible.
They wanted the complete...
It was just a language barrier.
So yeah, then we are going to be having another plenary at the evening hosted by the Rotary Club of Agra. Again, it's going to be road tractors who are going to be talking to you. And if you had also seen the agenda which I was, the board, the brochure which I gave, so on the brochure you will have a lot of speakers who will be lined up for that. So you can also visit that. We have our own speakers who have been visiting international conferences like the Rotary Convention. We have our own road tractors from India who are addressing the Rotary Plenary Convention. So we are going to be having them. Every day, I'm very sure that there is going to be at least one session which is going to be based on road track. And that is the most important thing of the whole Interota plan. In fact, we are an example for how Rotary and road track can go hand in hand. So we would in fact focus a lot on that.
Thank you.
Taiwan?
So for the language problem, in Taiwan, we're going to split our database into groups, and each group will be assigned 1 to 2 English-speaking road actors who will be assisting you not just in the program, but also in the daily life if you want to go sightseeing or go around the city. So just, yeah.
Australia?
Haven't been slang, and we can take that.
In Melbourne, we don't speak like slang or Ian, we speak normal, plain English, so we'll be fine.
In both Germany and the Netherlands, most people speak English, or at least a bit of English. In Cologne, the World Cup was hosted, and there are also some of the service workers got some extra language courses, so they speak English. And Amsterdam is a very international city where everyone speaks English.
Well, as Gabriel mentioned, we don't have an army. So all the money that is supposed to go to goes to healthcare and education. Our government teaches English to all schools, in private and public. So if kids take English since the 6th grade, you're going to find that we're a tourist-oriented country. So even the coffee pickers will be able to speak to you in English. You won't have any problem with that.
Next question, please. Go ahead and call for the microphone.
I just have a quick couple of questions. One for India. You said that how you have like every 6 months it's going to go up by $50 for your price. I was wondering for the initial $300 flag, is there a maximum number of people? Are you capping it for that price?
No, we're not.
And like for any other denomination?
Sorry?
For any other dollar amount, is there a maximum? Because I was kind of thinking because people in India already have like first access to your tickets, and because they're already there and don't have to go twice. Like I was just wondering if they offer like
She basically wants to know if there's a cap to yeah.
That is not, as whatever we have mentioned, there is not going to be any cap on that. We are not going to be having any number restrictions on that. If all of you are going to be paying $300 today, or maybe even giving a confirmation that you're going to be paying $300 in the next 20 days, we are okay with it. We are up with it. So we can manage. Don't worry. We have the resources and we have the people to do that. On Facebook, we have just seen my district governor has posted, don't come back to India without Interota. Stay back. And we also have we have 3 DRRs in place and we have 2 district governors in place, and in the brochure you can find all their messages. So no means of raising funds is just a cakewalk to us. So don't worry about that.
Sorry, what time of year is it?
Sorry?
What time of year do you want to host Interota?
Oh yeah, it's between same time, July and September, because India is again a hot country, so we will have a plan.
Huh?
I know, okay, is there a reason you're holding it in the time of year that you're holding it?
If the hall is open to that and all that, maybe we
She's
will
asking
do.
because of the university club, she has attended Interota, if it's in September, October.
In fact, it's easy for clubs like us. In fact, it's easy for district like us to do that. But then it's about whatever the opinion poll says. So we will go for opinion poll, and if they want it at this time, then we will.